Let's work through one last example on solving systems using linear combinations. Now, looking at these two equations, they're already both in standard form, so we're good to go there. But if we look at the x terms, 7 and 5 are not opposites of one another. If we look at the y terms, -6 and -4 are not opposites of one another. So that means we have to go through and write some equivalent equations using multiplication. Now, you can select to either create opposite terms for the x's, or you can select to create opposite terms for the y's. I think I'm going to select the y's for this one. Now, we want -6 and -4 to become opposite terms of one another. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this first equation and we're going to multiply it by the coefficient from the y term of this equation, which is 4. So we're going to multiply each piece of this top equation by 4, which is going to give us 28x minus 24y equals -4. So now the coefficient for our y term is -24, which means we want to get the coefficient down here to be a positive 24. In order for that to become a positive 24, we need to multiply by -6. And since we're going to multiply one piece by -6, you have to multiply all pieces of the equation by -6. So we're going to end up with negative 30x plus 24y equals -6. So now as you can see, our y terms now have opposite coefficients. So now we can go through and add or combine those two equations together. So 28x plus a -30x is going to give us -2x. -24y plus a positive 24y, those are going to add out to 0. And then -4 plus a -6 is -10. And then if we divide both sides by -2, we get x equals positive 5. So we have the x value. Now we have to go back through and find the y value. And again, you can do that by substituting in this x equals 5 into any of the equations. So I'm going to use the top equation again, the original one. So we're going to substitute in 5 for x, which is going to give us 7 times 5 minus 6y equals -1. So we'll get 35 minus 6y equals -1. Subtract 35 from both sides. That's going to leave us with -6y equals -36. Divide both sides by -6, and we get y equals positive 6. And then our last step is write those two values as an ordered pair. So the solution to this system is going to be 5, 6.